Looking back at me, I see that I never really got it right. I never stopped to think of you. I'm always wrapped up in things I cannot win. You are the antidote that gets me by, something strong like a drug.
Hello everyone, Mr. Knife Guy. Today I'm going to be talking about the Mora No. 2 bushcraft knife. It's a fairly good knife considering its size restraints. It is a 4-inch blade and it's a neck knife. It's so light. Ooh, I use it as a neck knife. You can use a for a belt on there if you have a thin enough belt. Personally, I prefer it as a neck knife. Speaking of the sheath, it's a polypropylene sheath with the Mora designs on there. Fairly handsome looking. I'm sorry you can't see. I have a crappy camera. I've got to upgrade it. Sorry for the people talking in the background. I don't live by myself, unfortunately. That in my room is right next to the living room, so you hear the TV too. This is my braiding job. It's not gonna win any awards, but it gets the job done. I took 3 things of nylon cord and braided it together. First time I ever braided anything, so it actually turned out fairly well considering. Then I took the ends and melted them together, then tied them with another piece of cord. See, I melted them together. It is a high carbon steel blade. You're gonna have to oil it, or you could, if you wanted to, you could paint. Well, you could put patina on it. Personally, I like to keep them shiny. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. Cutlery Lover has a video out, him putting a high carbon steel blade under a patina. It is a laminated blade. I don't know if you can see, but you can see when you have the knife that's folded, the steel has been folded over and over, which means it's going to have a little better stain resistance. It's going to have a harder edge because they laminate, like the sides are stainless and the softer stainless, and the inside is a hard carbon content. It rates on the Rockwell scale about 59. It holds an adequate edge. It's about $13. Yeah, I bought it on eBay for $13. That's about the retail on this. I bought it new. It's the kind of knife that Cody Lundeen on Dual Survival carries. He carries it as a neck knife also. I don't know what his lanyard looks like, but that's off the subject. It's got this faux birchwood handle that I think is adequate. It's not my favorite. Why? Because there's no guards. There's no way, mind you, I don't think I'd ever even consider this for defensive use. But if you're using this for defensive / offensive, depending on what you got going, you could be in the army, I would not take this knife with me. Because you go to cut, there's no jimping, no thumb ramp of any kind, no guard. If anything, it leaves your hand too falling. So you're not going to want to do any stabbing at anything with this. And the handle is kind of slick. So you can choke up on it. You can get really... And what I love about this knife, though, for bushcraft wood carving, is the edge. Let me get a pointer here. The edge starts right at the very tip at the very beginning of the ending of the handle, and so you can get really fine control on that. It's the most control I think you can get on a knife blade. Be careful though, you don't move your hand too much, because look at that. Look how close that blade is to the handle. There is nothing to stop your hand from coming forward. And even if you're just a little careless, not if you're stabbing, if you're just a little careless and you place your hand too close, you're gonna get a nasty cut. I've actually got cut from this already. Sorry, took a little bit of me. Like I said, it's $13. It's a really good knife for the money, at least in my mind. Its weight, its balance point is about right there. And it's not a hacking knife. I would use this more for wood carving, skinning game. It'd make a good skinning knife because it's so small, so you can. It has that sharp edge, so you're gonna hold your. It's got a strong tip. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually got a fairly strong tip. Blade thickness. I'm not sure on the blade thickness, but I would say about probably like 1/3. No, not 1/3. Probably about 3/16 thickness. I could be wrong on that. If I am, I'm sorry. But I don't have a measuring tape with me right now. So yeah, that's my review of the Mora #2 Lundin bushcraft knife. Lundin spelled with Lundin. If you're looking for a companion blade, this is not going to replace a K-bar heavy Bowie. It's not going to replace a Cold Steel Trailmaster. There ain't no way, because it's only a 4-inch blade. If you're looking for a companion knife, something for skinning game, maybe something that you want really good control of the blade for, I would definitely recommend this knife, especially at its price point. If you lose this knife, you're a lot less likely to cry than if you lost say a Benchmade Dimravis Cub. That's just me. Some guys got enough money to where they want that the Benchmade is just as cheap as the Mora. That's just me. It's a lot of guys out there too. Okay, so there's my review. Highly recommended. Just throw it into the collection. It's actually a fairly good looking knife. So highly recommended. Go buy yourself a Mora knife, even if it isn't this. I like Mora personally. Alright, I'm out.